But now let's continue on round one action. It's time for the replay of the big game at the MCG. Here's Drew Morfitt.
Thank you, Sandy, and have a good trip home tonight. Have a hot cross bun on the plane. Well, the game at the MCG today between Richmond, who missed out in the finals last year, new hopes for this year, and Geelong, who were disappointing, of course, in the grand final of the Ansett Cup. It was like a final. It was warm and sunny, a big crowd, around 50,000, but in fact, it was round one. Gary Ablett, of course, didn't play. He was in the reserves. He kicked 6 for the Cats. I wonder whether he'll be back next week. But we go to the league match today at the MCG, a terrific finals atmosphere. The pressure was magnificent. We're going to pick it up in the first quarter, midway through the term, and at this stage, the Cats are leading by 2 points.
So a lot of pressure on the ball carrier out there, tackling in numbers, both sides. As we see Paul Broderick, normally got great disposal. He had 2 options out there. One of them was Bowden. His father, Michael, was a magnificent ruck rover for Richmond. Great handballer, in fact. Oh, good mark. Brilliant mark to Nash. Not paid by the umpire. Well, Sanderson on to McKinnon, the former Adelaide Crow. He's a booming kick normally. Onto his left foot, he drives it long. Ronnie Burns is back with Bond. Burns, danger. Can he grab it? Couldn't quite pick it up. Shoves Callaway out of the way. Now he's got it, Burns. Oh, smothered by David Burke, who dived on his boot and probably saved a certain goal. And no wonder he's getting the pats of his teammates.
Ronnie Burns probably a little bit stiff not to get a free kick there with Bond coming over the top, but the umpires, well, you almost have to die in front of them to get a free kick these days.
Stoneham taps it back. Milburn tried to get his boot to it. There's Bowden. A hurry kick out of defence. Some strong work. Here's Lynch. Bring it into the forward line. Hall's in front. Underneath it. Bullis will head for the boundary line. Actually keeps it in. Oh, he was hit very, very hard. The meat and the sandwich. He's out to it, I think. Paul Bullis. He had 2 Geelong players hit him.
Stoneham's bad too.
Oh, and Stoneham's hurt. But I tell you what, poor old Paul Bullis has been unloaded. Now, here's Nash. He can give it off to Matthew Richardson. He tries to get onto the left boot. It's rolling. It's bouncing. It's a goal. It's a great goal. So Richardson, and there's Paul Bullis, who has been hit, and Richardson's limping, he's hurt. But down the other end, Paul Bullis, I don't think I've ever seen a player hit so hard. He was the meat and the sandwich, and he is in a bad way.
Oh, gee, I felt that from here.
Pretty good effort.
Done a darn good effort to get up after that. He was steamrolled, hit by the Southern Aurora, and let's have a look at it now coming through. As we see Paul Bullis being assisted from the ground by the club doctor. Paul Bullis, he comes back onto it. He opens his body up, and this is where players are dangerous when they're front on. He can't protect himself. He sees it coming at the last minute, and he was probably fortunate, Peter. I think his head just ducked underneath that forearm.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get a report from Russell shortly that a very heavy knock. The Cats go forward again. That was from Kilpatrick. Now Colbert. Colbert has a snap from 25 metres out, and he's put it through. Quick reply from the Cats, and they regain the lead by 2 points at the halfway stage of the quarter.
Well, 2 quick goals and a pretty electric start to this game. I think Lee Colbert needs an early goal.
Ooh,
and you can see Justin Charles, he enjoys this sort of stuff. Likes stirring them up early. He's an enthusiastic sort of player. But, well, he'll be looked after by Lee Colbert, who certainly doesn't take too many backward steps for anyone, Pete.
Stoneham and Charles. Stoneham and Charles just enjoying each other's company down there. A lot of feeling in this match. Bullis carted off just a few moments ago. Russell Morris is making his way around. We'll try to find out just how bad he is. But as I said, a lot of ill feeling out there at the moment. Biddiscombe caught with the footy. Umpire says, "You're holding the ball, son." Free kick to the Tigers.
So centre of the ground, Chris Naitch, that short haircut. In towards full forward, the lead is by Holland. This is Ben Holland. He takes a good mark, but he'll have to kick from outside 50. Almost right on 50. Now they've pulled the man back on the mark, Ben Graham. Ben Holland, there's Graham, one of the longest kicks in AFL football. And let's see if Ben Holland is, because he has to kick from right on 50 metres. up and under that one a little bit. Won't make the distance, but they've got high flyers there. It's in front of goal, and McKinnon should have taken it through. It's hooked back into play. Gale, was he caught high, Gale? I thought it might have been touched off the boot. But let's see. It might be all clear and a goal. Yes. Goal to Gale. Probably should have got a free kick, so the Tigers go to the lead by 4 points. Gee, I'd like to see that again to see whether it was touched off the boot.
He paid the free kick, Pete, but then it was a goal anyway, so called all clear.
Your wish is our command, Pete. Take us through it.
Well, let's have a look. It's brought back in by Campbell. Now he grabs it now on the left foot. Watch. Oh, gee, I reckon that came off hands.
Well, nevertheless, Brendan Gale's had a great start to the season. He has set himself for a big year, and let's just hope he can play a fair percentage of it in the ruck, where he's just done a great tap to Campbell.
Campbell just outside 50. Long bomb up towards full forward. But Holland nearly, but misses. Now let's go down to Russell Morris now. How's Paul Biller's flight?
Well, they got completely crunched, as we saw. They're checking the side of his left ear and also his skull, and also I think he's got a bit of a sore shoulder. So under the weight of 2 Geelong players, he's still in Disneyland. So I don't think there's anything drastically wrong. There's no knees or ankles or anything like that, but I'll keep you posted.
Broderick from midfield brushes one tackle.
Brilliant.
As you'd expect from Paul Broderick, Bowden's been busy. Unloads with a long bomb, one behind him. He's lucky. He's not. It's out of bounds on the full. Free kick to Geelong in the right back pocket.
And that's the genius that is Paul Broderick. Under the pressure of 2 or 3 players, as we see Paul Bullis getting attention there from the doctor, he still was able to get the ball to his teammate.
Graham to McKinnon. Oh, that's dangerous. Has to be a good kick. They've got away with it, the Cats. Kick comes from Mansfield. Up towards half forward. Marking contest down there. It spills to Burns. Inside 50. He sprayed it. And one behind only. So a couple of shots by Ronnie Burns, and he's got only one behind against his name so far. You remember the previous one was smothered brilliantly by Burke. And so the difference comes up to 4 points. 19 to 15 in favour of the Tigers.
And with Bullis going off the ground, they've moved Gasper off Stoneham and down on to full back onto Hall. And Justin Charles has moved from centre-half forward to centre-half back, picking up Barry Stoneham.
Talking of Stoneham, that's him trying to punch it away, but Michael Gale is there. Oh, good kick to... Oh, Rogers has dropped it. He was off before he took the mark. Now, there's a further update on Paul Bullis. What is it, Russ?
Yes, Pete, look, just speaking to the Richmond doctor, everything looks okay. They're just checking for a gash around his head, and they're also checking his AC joint around his shoulder. So, good news for the Tiger fans.
So, that is good news. Centre wing. Geelong trying to force it forward. Here's Kilpatrick, brought the ground, couldn't get his kick in. Bitterscombe is there. There's Kilpatrick on Nash, and the umpire will bounce it about 60 metres out from the Geelong goal. 3-1 Richmond, 2 goals, 3 Geelong in a tough, hard game. First game of the season, very important to both clubs. Now the umpire's finding kicking in danger. I think he paid there. It's Milburn. I really like this young player. He's going to be a really top player. Well-directed kick. A beautiful kick it was to Couch. And Couch will kick from, well, by the time he kicks, it'll be right on 50.
It's not a bad kick as a rule, Paul Couch.
Well,
3 best and fairest.
Well, he kicked a point to get them into the grand final of the Ansett Cup. He's a magnificent kick. One of the most creative players of the modern era. And you back him home from here, Pete.
Yeah, well, he should. He's a great kick on the run, but he's right on 50, or just inside, actually, in the finish now. He's bending this back. It's a goal, and they're in front, the Cats.
And for his good work, he gets a rest from the coach in Gary Ayres. Coming off the ground now, Couch. I gather that's the way they're going to use him for most of the season. Or Greg Williams. Get him onto the ground, get the Cats going. A couple of possessions out of the middle, set them up. Milburn, good to see him getting into the game early. But after his good work, he gets a rest, and I'm sure he'll come back on early in the second quarter.
.201 career goals now to Paul Couch, and he's taken a rest. His place taken by Matthew Robbins. The Tigers go into attack. Can they get the quick reply? McKinnon racing forward. The former Crow. Mansfield provides a shepherd. Did he go out? He went out, but the ball stayed in according to the boundary umpire. Broderick, better judgment, great mark. Broderick from centre wing. Centering kick to Rogers. Can't clear the zone. Bowden, like his dad, plenty of guts. Daffy, inside 50, goes at goal, and has he kicked it? It looks pretty good, all clear, full points.
Fantastic first quarter at the MCG. There were bumps and tackles and goals. 11 goals, in fact, and the Tigers leading by 3. Nick Daffy kicked 3 in the first quarter. Now we're going to take a look at some highlights of the second and third quarters.
Check side kick coming up. Well, that's what he's making us believe at the moment. And that's what he kicks. Derek Hall kicks. That looks pretty good. He's got it.
Barnes in the goal square by himself.
Kick drops short. Barnes in front. Tries to flip it to the back. Milburn off the ground. He's kicked it. Richardson the target. McKinnon wearing him closely, but Richardson too good in the air. And if he's got a problem with the knee, I'd like to be able to run as fast. Oh, can he move? Still Gift is on tomorrow. He might end it.
A great mover, isn't he?
Gale. Gee, they're combining well, those two guys. Benny Gale. Oh, long bomb. Look at that kick. And the mark is there. Daffy. Around he goes, the duck. For his fourth. Looks good. He's kicked it. Quick hand pass. Colbert's kick. Up towards Riccardi. Having a dirty day so far, Peter Riccardi. Snap at goal by Sanderson. That looks pretty good. That's what the Cats want. He's put it through. A marking contest. Gasper punches the ball clear. Hall again. And Rogers. Stoneham comes through like a train. Kicks up towards midfield and Gale chips in to take the mark. Bad hand pass. Bond. Let it go. Gale mops up again. Well, Richardson getting the better of McGrath. He's just been moved onto him. He's on centre wing. Well, Richmond players everywhere. Wouldn't have mattered who took that one. Nichols eventually. And Bowden, can he kick a goal? Just inside 50. A long bomb. It's a beauty. It's there. It's a goal. Miranda couldn't quite get the ball on the run. Kettleway comes in again. Ball shuffled out the front of the pack. An opportunity now for Powell. He goes at goal, sidesteps, kicks with the left and puts it through. Barnes up high. Oh, hits it straight to Campbell, who said thanks very much. Marking contest at half forward. Charles was in front. Tigers with the numbers. Campbell again takes the hand pass from Broderick. Now they go Kellaway, Miranda, mongrel punt. Terrible kick, but a great goal. Gasper. Chris Naish has covered a lot of territory today. He usually performs pretty well close to goal. He's got this one to Bond. Bond on the Bowden, who caught the knock a minute back. Loves the left foot. Great kick. And that's a terrific goal. 3 quick ones to the Tigers.
Crashing his way through was Ryan. Here's Colbert. Let's see if they can score a goal. Down there is Barnes. Burke should have the pace. Push in the back, I thought. Here's Barnes. Gives it off to Burns. Here's a goal coming up. Ronnie Burns into an open goal. And I thought that was a push in the back against Barnes. It's a goal.
Charles punches down. Tried to find Rogers. Couch. Just inside 50. Long shot at goal by the Brownlow medalist. Boy, did they need that.
Back it comes to Bowden. Puts it out in front of Powell. That was good play. Powell swings back. He's a natural left footer. Oh, beautiful looking kick down towards full forward. A bit of a shove out by Holland, but the umpires paid it. Ben Holland from directly in front for his first goal of the game, and he has kicked it. Out the Corrigan. Now he should go all the way here. 2 bounces. He can go again. 3. He can draw the man, but he elects to kick it instead. But again, they're under pressure. Stoneham. Oh, good mark. Very good mark. Might lift his confidence a bit. He's a long way out from goal. 55 metres out. Now he'd bring it across. Oh, there's 2 Geelong players here. One of them is King. and he will shoot from 40 metres directly in front, and boy, do they need it. So big Stephen King spent the first half on the bench. Kicked from 40 metres, and that is a beautiful looking kick, and that is a goal.
The Tigers still with the break they set up in the first quarter. At the first change by 18 points, at half-time by 15, and at three-quarter time, Richmond by 20 points. But the Cats were still in it. A thrilling final quarter. We pick it up at the opening bounce.
Umpire Darren Goldsmith puts the ball down, the final quarter on Easter Sunday here at the MCG. 20 points the difference in favour of Richmond. Geelong have traditionally had the wood on them over the years. Daffy, who's kicked 5, 3 of those goals came in the first quarter when Richmond booted 7. Ball knocked over the boundary line there by former Lion Matthew Manfield.
Michael Mansfield's gone down to full forward for Geelong. In fact, now out onto the half-forward line.
Throw in on centre wing. Charles in front. Plenty of crummers down there for him. Hand pass comes from Powell to Naish, and that's out of bounds again. Some 35 metres further downfield. Trent Nichols there, number 26, used to be, I think, number 13 when he had his first stint here at Tigerland. The much-travelled Trent Nichols. Also went over to West Coast. Another whistle on play. It's going to be a Geelong free kick to King, who gave away a goal and has since kicked a goal himself. Now it's gone against him. I thought it was his kick. It's going to Charles. Justin Charles from right half forward.
Great kick.
Oh, terrific kick. Richardson ran right into the flight of it.
Geez, I left some space for him too there, Richo. It was almost a set play, that one. He came charging down the middle of the ground, then veered to his left. Rogers left the space open.
Stephen King talking to the umpire back behind the play. What in the heck was that free kick for?
So Richardson with the free kick. Distance won't be a problem for him if he has a shot. He's about 35 metres out, 60-degree angle. Oh, he's hooked it and missed a lot. Off the hands of the pack, out of bounds in the left forward pocket for the Tigers, who lead 14-11 to 11-9.
So there he is, Stephen King, who had that free kick awarded against him. Now he's coming from behind. He's beaten by Gale. Gale tapped it beautifully. Out wide is Broderick, and Broderick taps it over the line. So the more that goes on, the more difficult it will be for the Cats.
I reckon Paul Broderick's taken an injury into this game. He's battled on, hasn't been at his best, but has still been a significant player for Richmond.
Well, King grabs it out of that ruck contest and gains about 30 metres. Here's Robert Powell, who's a pretty skillful player, onto the left. Chips it in short. It was a half volley. Here's Lee Colbert. Oh, cleverly done by Colbert. And he drives it around centre wing. A lot of courage needed there by Kilpatrick, and he showed plenty. I think first goal here is just so important. Be demoralising for the Cats if Richmond got it, but Kilpatrick drives it long into the half-forward line. Oh, good mark to McKinnon. Very good mark, and he is a long kick. He's 75 metres out. Off he goes. He'll bomb it long. He kicks it high and long in towards the square. Sanderson has a free kick to Richmond, surely, for being high, and it is. And a bad free kick given away there, and it will go to Burke.
We'll have another look at this one. Clearly a head-high tackle there by Barry Stoneham. I'm just wondering, having a look at Stoneham, whether or not he's lost his agility and whether or not he has to play in a defensive role. And I just can't believe that Gary Ayres has allowed Peter Riccardi to continue on being slaughtered by Michael Gale, with a clear option being to go on to a Paul Broderick and run off him.
Campbell's kick bounces a couple of times before Miranda. It's catted into by Robbins. Biddiscombe gives away the pass. Sanderson. There's Mark Milburn's kick. Came on to replace Paul Couch late in the third quarter.
If you play Stoneham unfit, why wouldn't you play Ablett unfit?
55 metres out. Oh, it's a big kick. Touched right on the line. I think Stoneham was the only one that got a hand to that. I'd like to see that again. We may be able to get a look at it, but it certainly was touched, and I think by Stoneham.
I think he was justified in going for it.
Well, I stand by that. I think he was the only player that touched it. Ball kicked out towards centre wing. It's Bitterscombe, gets it away from Miranda. It's out of bounds. A throw in right in the middle of the MCG.
Well, the whole point is the old Barry Stoneham would have marked it. This is not having a good day, unfortunately, for the Cats, but here's King to take on Charles. Tapped over the back. Powell, a hurry kick. It's over the head of Bowden. Bowden might have been grabbed. He goes in after it. Well done, Broderick. Oh, smothered off the boot. That was good play. Taken by Colbert. Further afield to King. That was from Kilpatrick. Oh, he's kicked into the man coming towards him. Charles gets in a hand pass. I need Riccardi, but he can't do anything. That's Ryan. The hurry kick comes to Robbins. Robbins drives it wide. They've got the loose man going here. Here's Mansfield. Brings it in towards full forward. Here's a chance for a mark. That's better by Stoneham. And he's marked in front of the eyes. And if they're to win this game, that's what they need, Gerard.
Yeah, they do need a bloke to stand up and kick 3 goals, maybe more in this quarter if they're to bridge the gap. I still think that something has to be done with Riccardi. Michael Gale has taken him to the cleaners. You've got to break that tag somehow.
So Barry Stoneham for his first goal of the game, and the Cats need it. Oh, did he sneak it in? I don't think so. He has missed, so the horrors continue. But they're only 3 goals down, which is nothing in modern day football.
We've got to feel a little bit sorry for Barry Stoneham that he has come into this game without any genuine match practice in the lead-up.
Same with Jason Dunstall last night. Powell's kick towards centre wing. Mansfield. Long bomb. All Richmond. Plenty of options there. Burke, a little bit of a fumble. They should be able to clear it. Gasper, Campbell, Naish, McGrath takes the mark. Centre wing. Kilpatrick. They send it back again. Again, plenty of tall Tigers. The tall cat, Barnes, does the roving and bombs it around from behind. So less than 3 goals the difference now. John Barnes' first score of the day. 11-12 to 14-11. 15 minutes left in the match, and it's still up for grabs. Are the Tigers tiring?
Well, you'd think Robert Walls would be getting a little bit nervous. He's got Chris Bond on the boundary line just about ready to come on.
The thing is, have Geelong got the firepower up forward? Ryan. Back to Campbell. Measures the pass. Justin Charles has dropped that, I believe. Kilpatrick. King. Oh, bit of a hospital job almost. Mansfield will need to be good. He is good. How good is the pass? It's okay. Barnes has got it. He's a long kick, but not that time. Oh, blocked by the umpire.
Too many umpires.
Gale. Oh dear, though. What about that one? John Russo, where are you?
Well, he just got in the way.
Miranda missed it. Will that turn the game? Geelong supporters are furious. Michael Gale kicks short. Robbins, yes.
Oh, that is a brilliant mark. I mean, if that ball went over his head, Richmond were off and running. And the crowd, that was funny. Broderick is off and Bond coming on. The crowd hooted the umpire that he got in the way of a certain Mark the Hall. Now, here's the pace of McKinnon. Will he back himself in? No. He centres the ball on the right foot. Burns and He didn't go for it, Burns. Mansfield is there. He'll go in after it. So will Bond. Colbert dives on the ball. You just feel that Geelong have got the momentum here, Gerard.
Yeah, but so often we see that sides not being able to capitalise on that momentum, and all of a sudden they're stifled when the other side goes forward. Let's have a look at the shepherd by the umpire. Just had a look and just kept...
It would have been a chest mark, the Hall, wouldn't it? About 20 metres out now. McKinnon. Burns a chance. Check side. It's coming back. Stoneham wrestled out of it. And it is another behind the Geelong. So they're doing all the attacking, but they can't kick goal.
So David Burke's done a particularly good job in those wrestling duels.
Has he ever?
He's a pretty strong young man.
He's out to outstrength. Stoneham is a good effort for a young player.
16 points the difference. Charles calls for it. Gasper to bring it back into play. The crowd on the edge of its seat. King in front. Corrigan. Nichols. Up and under Corrigan again. Geelong with the crummers. McKinnon. uses his speed, spears the pass in. Stoner this time, no, can't take it. Burke wearing him like a glove. It's out of bounds. Geelong's right forward pocket. The catch with all the play.
Barry Stoner making it difficult for himself, leading that wide. He has to run into the vision of the player with the football. We understand that, but even if he marks it there, it's a tough one to convert.
Gasper and Barnes, neither gets an effective tap out. Callaway. Oh, great effort from Duncan Callaway. High flyer was Milburn. Robbins gives him good backup support. Brushes the tackle from Nichols and puts Geelong into attack again.
The kick from Robbins. No mark to Gasper. Here's Campbell. After him is Colbert. Oh, desperation by Colbert and Campbell. Good play by both of those players. Was that a throw? No, said the umpire. Gasper handballs away, and boy, is this game liven up. The crowd are roaring. It looks Geelong have got all the play at the moment, but they just haven't got that player up forward who can capitalise. Got plenty of time for the Cats. Richmond gallantly holding on. Barnes taps it down. No kick. Here's Riccardi. Grab after he got rid of it. No free kick. And it will be about 50 metres out from the Geelong goal, and they are peppering it down there. But no real forward cohesion down there.
Oh, no cigar yet for Geelong. Maybe an interchange of Colbert to full forward and Stoneham out to centre half forward.
Here's Barnes, the big punch away. Kilpatrick at the weight underneath it. Callaway hooks it back. Here's Kilpatrick. Ryan comes at him. Mansfield in after a bit of throw in 50 metres from the Geelong goal.
They'd love a Gary Ablett up there now. Well, we weren't too far off the mark when we said about 50,000. 48,358 here on Easter Sunday. Probably be more tomorrow for the big one. Essendon and Carlton. Kilpatrick a knock on. Sanderson kicks but misses again. 1-1 kick by Brenton Sanderson. 11-14 to 14-11. Scoring shots the same. 15 points the difference. Burke's not going to kick in this time. It's going to be Gasper again. He's had a pretty good sort of a game. Oh, he's chipped it in short. Ronnie Burns has marked 15 metres out directly in front. Is that going to be the turning point that changes the game?
Well, if he kicks this goal, there are only 2 kicks out of it.
Burns has kicked 2-2 from his 5 kicks. So Winston Abraham missed a setter yesterday at Optus Oval. What's he done? I think he's kicked it. He's got it.
The margin is 9 points in favour of Richmond. They're hanging on. The Cats are coming at them. Riccardi is there. There he is. Gets in a quick hand pass. Taken by Milburn. Down towards half forward. The big thump away by Bowden. Here's a chance for the hand pass out wide. Taken by Duffy. The Tigers go forward. McGrath push out by Richardson. It was legal, said the umpire. Almost a throw. Over the top it goes. Trent Nichols races onto the left foot. Great play. Gets in a hand pass. Over the head. It's a miss. Was that... Now, was it Rogers? No, yes, it was Rogers, number 4. And he kicked it behind, and that keeps Geelong in it. And
just the second time the Tigers have been inside their forward 50 this quarter. Geelong have had it in their forward 50 for almost the entirety of the quarter. Our figures say 10 separate occasions.
Now, this is the difference. Now, look at this. That kick was to the centre of the ground, out of the danger area. Fantastic to watch. Every now and again when they do it. Now, there's King getting it down towards McKinnon. Manfield is there against him. Bitterscombe is there also. Here's Bowden racing after it. Bitterscombe also. It's a loose ball on centre wing. Here's Bond. Oh, good play. Ronnie Burns has dispossessed him. Geelong are up and running. Hall picks up, races into the forward line. They need a mark. Oh, no free kick, and it shouldn't have been either. Stogan was bustled out again by Burke. Good play by young Burke, and Callaway gives it out to Daffy.
Callaway to Daffy. The Tigers leading goal kicker today with 5. He kicks from the back pocket onto Richardson. Back to Burke. Burke up towards half forward. Can Richmond set something up now? They've been outplayed in the last quarter so far. Gale looks for Miranda. Couldn't quite find him. Geelong with the numbers. Riccardi applies a tackle. Rubs Miranda's nose into it. And that's holding the ball, according to the umpire.
The I tell you what, it's great play by young Robbins.
Miranda's hurt too, or he's got cramp.
Robbins left his man. He came in and intercepted that kick that was going to Miranda. Perhaps has saved Geelong the game.
Riccardi kicks to McGrath. McGrath kicks to left half forward. Manfield. McKinnon caught by Ryan.
On.
Great tackle. Kilpatrick, yes and no, out of bounds.
Great game. Fantastic finish to a fantastic game. We've seen it too, and
Miranda's still in the hands of the trainers.
Well, it's a classic case of a team with momentum and the other one stopping.
Miranda coming off the ground, and last year's best and fairest winner in Paul Broderick coming on. He's probably injured also.
10 points the difference. The Cats have certainly got the momentum. We've got half a quarter to go. Powell. Not a great kick off the boot. The bounce is going to be effective. Oh, Broderick flips it up. The duck. Daffy onto Richardson. 30 metres out. And he's kicked the goal. To 12-14. Will that be enough to get Richmond over the line?
No, still plenty of time in this one, just 16 points. But the way the ball went over about 7 heads, have a look at this one. It bounces, 1, 2, 3, and Paul Broderick with the quick hands comes off the bench, and he's set up. Daffy gets it onto the match winner, perhaps.
So Melly Richardson has kicked 2. They lead by 16 points, and one little fumble made all the difference then. Here's McGrath going hard at the ball. Here's Scholl. Now it's Ben Graham. It's a wobbly kick. It should float over the back. Well played by Derek Hall. He can chip it across here. He's got a loose man. He's found him in Colbert. They have to reply very quickly here, Geelong. Colbert into the pocket. Oh, they've fumbled the mark. And Charles keeps it in. All sorts of problems there. It's a quick kick up in the air. Derek Hall sets himself. Powell went without it. Oh, Colbert cops it in the neck. And it will be Colbert's kick, I think. Lee Colbert copped it right across the neck, and the umpires paid him the free kick to the...
Well, Lee Colbert has battled his guts out all afternoon. He's got better as the game has progressed, and he's still featuring prominently.
Oh, here's a mark. This is young Milburn put into the pocket. Oh, can the young kid kick a vital goal here? He's been a good player in his first AFL game, and boy, do they need this one, the Cats.
He's kicked one already.
A very acute angle, a lot of pressure on this young player. He's getting the hoots of the Richmond supporters. He stabs a goal. It didn't worry the kid. He's kicked it.
Miranda off the ground. As we've mentioned, Russell Morris has some news.
Yes, Peter, look, they're rubbing the massaging behind his left knee. There might be a tendon there, so Gerard, you might be able to help us there. I don't know whether it's cramped. Something behind his left knee, they were rubbing some heat into it.
Well, this stage it probably is irrelevant with the contest, but geez, I thought Barnes a bit stiff there.
And Riccardi missed it. Powell, lovely sidestep. Onto his natural left foot, but a shocker. He's kicked it straight into the arms of Paul Corrigan. The former star with the Dandenong Stingrays. Barnes in the goal square. Great gather by Powell, but it was intended for Naish. Didn't quite get that far. A goal here would make the difference, less than a kick, and you'd fancy the Cats from there. Barnes up high, off the hands. It's one behind, rush through.
We've seen this so often, haven't we, with Geelong just bombing the ball into the forward line as if Gary Ablett is playing. And they just haven't had the player down there to take the grab. They continue to try and execute a goal from outside 50.
9 points the difference. Campbell will kick in.
They haven't got anyone who leads well and quickly. That's what they need down there.
Rogers.
They're just bombing.
Leads out wide. Campbell got pretty close to the line for the kick. Burke in front. Good knock on. They need to gather. Now they're away, the Tigers. Rogers. Oh, too high. That surely will be a free kick to Broderick. The umpire says no. Manfield, can he gather? He can. Corrigan cannons it to the back of his opponent. Geelong players looking for a free. And the umpire, Anton Lewis, says no, it will be a bounce.
Actually, Richmond were a bit stiff not to get a free kick there. But it's a bounce. almost at half forward for the Tigers. The next goal would almost win this game, I reckon. If Geelong got it, their momentum is just so high at the moment. Here's Campbell. After him is a tired-looking Colbert. Campbell's got the skill to get away. Brings it down to half forward. A vital possession coming up here. The Cat players fly over the back. Bitterscombe and McGrath go in hard. Oh, that's a free kick to McGrath. No. There's Broderick getting in a hand pass. Scholl goes to ground. He's poleaxed from all angles. And the umpires are... he's down McGrath, but the umpires have put away the whistle in this last couple of minutes and just letting it go.
Yeah, well, I think that was a result of a Paul Broderick errant kick. And you basically have, the head has to go outside of the stadium to get a free kick for in danger.
Well, the ball's at half forward for the Tigers. Nash gets it further ahead now. Was it Bowden down towards Richardson? No mark. Hall. Richardson. Still a chance. Daffy. He was grabbed by the jumper, I think, by Roberts, but they've put the whistle right away, these umpires, and said, slug it out.
Well, they're certainly doing that, Pete. Be a points decision here, it won't be a knockout. Barnes directing traffic. Charles is telling his players where to stand. They contest the throw in. Charles wins it. Straight to Milburn, then to Barnes. Offloads with a hand pass. Geelong are going to get out of this. They've certainly got the momentum up. Colbert at left half back. Long bomb up towards centre wing. Rogers underneath us. Manfield, the umpire lets it go. The former Fitzroy player. Oh, he's kicked it a country mile. Charles couldn't take it. Graham. And it's rushed through for a behind.
Jared, why wasn't it a free kick to the Geelong player down there?
I thought it was a mark, in fact, Pete.
Let's see what happened there. Rogers encroaching. Gee, you think a Scholl would have been paid the mark. Not
Look
so.
at that kick.
Colbert underneath a bomb. Lee Colbert from midfield. Down towards full forward for the Cats. That's as far as it's going. Terrific mark taken by Callaway, and off he goes.
Callaway drives it wide. He's got Bowden on his own. Bowden. Long hand pass. Richardson's out there all on his lonesome. He has a casual bounce. Swings it back on the left foot. A vital possession. It's a Geelong one.
Wasn't the time to get cute. That one had to go to the top of the goal square.
This is McGrath. 3.5 minutes. The Cats. There's Robbie Walls. Must be a worried man. Although you'd still rather be in their shoes than in Geelong's.
They look to have more run, Richmond, at the moment.
McGrath drives it to centre wing. Barnes went early, but it's a loose ball. Hall caught. No, he isn't. He breaks the tackle. Goes back into trouble. Milburn dodging, weaving. On to King. King wants to give a hand pass. Hall. Oh, cleverly. Dummy. That would look like Robert Harvey out there. Into McKinnon.
Oh, guess who?
McKinnon will kick this. Well, he'll kick the distance, that's for sure. He is a huge kick.
Well, he's come down from full back, and this guy can kick the ball the distance.
He's got to have a shot with the time running down. We're under the 3-minute mark.
Once again, Geelong trying to manufacture a goal from outside 50. It's low percentage, but this may be the fellow to do it.
He is a long kick. There it goes, but he's hooked it. And it's another behind on the board to the Cats. And time clock is running down. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left.
Paul Couch due to come back on. Burke due to kick out.
So what, Couch down in that forward pocket would have been handy in this last 10 minutes.
Gary Ayres, I'm sure, was looking worried behind that little petition. It's going to be Campbell to do the kicking in. Getting plenty of advice. He'll get some advice from the umpire shortly to kick it in. Clock, of course, stopped until he does. 2:40 left in the match. A thriller.
Was there a blood rule or something?
Who's coming off?
Must be the blood rule.
Is Kilpatrick coming off? Umpires has spotted something. There's a couple coming off. Actually, it's going to be a double change.
Anderson and Kilpatrick.
With 2.5 minutes to go, you've got to take 2 players off at a vital time. It's cruel, isn't it? That's the rule, but
the change of Couch, I don't think, was the blood rule.
You'd reckon, Matthew, that Wayne Campbell may, in fact, kick it to himself. No, he's going the long bomb.
Well, he's done that a lot today. Kicks to a contest outside 50. Naish, Rogers, Manfield. He's got some pace, the former Fitzroy boy. 2 bounces, he can kick it long too. Needs to kick it now, outside 50. Oh, it's a bomb!
There's a bomb.
He's quick.
What?
Matthew Manfield are behind.
I reckon Ben Graham ought to go back here and kick one of his favourite torps and kick it to the centre.
Stephen King in the centre.
10 points the difference.
That's just what he hasn't done.
Oh, I don't know about this. It's just slowing things down. He's found Tim McGrath, but
He's got possession though.
Yeah, well, it's going to come off because Steinford's got it. Now there's a loose man in the centre of the ground here. He should mark. It's Colbert. Colbert can go inside here, but he elects to bob it high. Now can Stoughton take a mark? They need him here. No, he can't. But here's a chance. Ronnie Burns, the will o' the wisp, trying to get it back into play. Callaway is there, is caught high. Should be a free kick to Callaway, and it is. But gee, they needed Stoughton then to take that grab.
Well, it does appear as if he's lost a bit of pace, and he's also lost his leap. So the ball's got to be out in front. It hasn't come down quite quickly enough.
Duncan Callaway's kick. Again to a contest. King. Goes short. Mansfield couldn't mark it. Gasper, clean ball. Barnes at the back, should kick a goal. Sidesteps.
Oh, he's missed it.
Can you believe that, Terry?
Well,
That could cost them the goal.
Dear, oh dear. Four.
Well, I'll tell you what, for every player that has done this, myself included, Peter, I'm sure you would have done one in your career.
No.
You just want to look for that hole, and I'm sure that Barnesy will be looking for it right
Well, Malcolm Blight did one, their former coach. And I'm sure if he's watching, he'll relate to it.
How costly that would have been. One kick in it and back to the centre, different ball game.
I did that in the final in 1987. I couldn't sleep for a month.
With only about a minute to go.
Just outside, still time, but they have to get a quick goal. The bounce here important. Tackle, is that holding the ball? No. He didn't have time to get rid of it as he picked it up. Chrissy Bond, he was collared. They've got half a minute and the time is still running down, so I'd say they're gone, Geelong. They'd have to get a quick goal out of this bounce. Oh, no, I don't think they have time. Here's King. Tap, Bowden wide. Kicked in midair. They're out of the danger zone. They're going to win the game, Richmond. And this should roll to the line, yes.
I'll tell you what, it has been a gutsy effort by Geelong.
Yep.
Great performance by Richmond, who probably deserved to win. But the battle in midfield may even end up going Geelong's way. They just haven't been able to have anyone up forward to convert.
King, Gale, Rogers, missed the hand pass. Naish, there's the siren. Richmond has hung on. 15-14, 104 in a thriller at the MCG, defeating a gutsy Geelong 13-17-95 before just on 50,000 people.
Great start for the season for the Tigers. They won by 9 points and no disgrace for the Cats. Nick Daffy kicked 5, Ronnie Burns kicked 3 for the losers. The crowd 48,385 and Gary Ablett kicked 7 out of 11 in the reserves.
The 1997 AFL Premiership season. Proudly brought to you by Victoria Bitter for a hard-earned thirst. Telstra, advancing Australia. Qantas, the Australian airline, and McDonald's.
And round 1 will be completed tomorrow at the MCG. Easter Monday, what a day it should be. They might get about 70,000 for the game between Essendon and Carlton. And for Melbourne viewers, the replay tomorrow night is on at the same time between 5 and 6. Talking Footy returns tomorrow night with Lee Matthews in the couch before we cross to the second one-day cricket from South Africa. Till tomorrow night, good night.